Hello and welcome to a Minecraft video. Today we're going to be featuring the 1.17 update that is to come. These are all the new things that are going to be added in the 20W46A. So let's get started. So there is going to be a few blocks here that we'll just pick out. We'll grab these first few here. Now, let's get started with number one. So, calcite. This is going to be a block that's going to be around the amethyst geodes, and so with the tuff. Copper ore is going to be an ore that you will find. There's not full information on where it's going to be, but all we know is that you can make blocks with it, as you can see going on over there. Now, for now, we're going to go over to tinted glass. Tinted glass is a nice block, actually. It's not like normal glass, where if you build a chamber like this here, it blocks out all light. So you close this, and now it's dark in here. And if you mine out, and you go to look in, it's dark. It makes it dark. So this could be useful for making builds where you want no light coming in. So just completely seal yourself in, and it's pitch black in here. So if you grab a torch, you put it in, then you can now see. So that's kind of a nice feature. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Now, moving on, we're going to go to the block of amethyst. This is going to be in the amethyst geodes, and so with the budding amethyst. Now, only the budding one is what the amethyst can grow on. This, you can place the amethyst on, and whatever state it's in, that's the state that it's going to stay in. So more on that in a bit. Yeah, so these can be mined, but you will not collect them, so don't mine them, because for farming you don't want to mine those. These can be mined and collected and crafted, but you can't grow stuff on it. It would just keep them in the same state. So moving on, copper. There is a lot of copper, different types of blocks, and I mean a lot. So grab all of these blocks like that, and from there, there's the copper block, there is the lightly weathered, there's the semi-weathered, and there's the weathered. Now, this also comes all slabs, all stairs, and all cut copper blocks. So there is quite a variety here. Very helpful for building techniques and all that. Now, moving on to this, the candle. I personally really like the idea of the candle. It's a nice feature. You can grab some flint and steel, and then from there, you can just light it on fire, and you'll have a nice glowing. This also gives off light, so if you put this in a build, it will light it up. The candles also give off a light level. Yeah, they give off a light level of 2. So if you have, say 3 of them, like I have, as 2, 4, 6, so it gives off a light level of 6. The max is 10. So this overall could give off a light level of 8, which is not full, but it's still pretty good. And back to the amethyst shards. So this block here, or should I say amethyst cluster, can be collected. So when it's at a full state, it will be collected. Now, as you can see, this here is only just partly grown. It's a medium amethyst bud. So when this is on this block here, that will not grow any higher. But when it's on an actual amethyst bud, it will grow. But when it's on this one, it will not. So if we'll come back here in a bit, this one will have grown, this one will have not. Alright? Now, moving on again, lightning rod. I think this is going to be very useful, honestly. So if we grab one of these, you can place this down and it will strike this and not your house. So say you had lightning coming in. For example, this tree right here would not catch fire because this is here. This is protecting your house. So moving on again from that, we're going to come over here. Copper ingot, we've kind of already talked about it a bit. This you can use to craft the copper block, and then from there cut copper. You need 4 ingots to make a piece of copper, and then from the copper you need 4 pieces of copper to make cut copper. So it's quite expensive, and I'm not exactly sure how they're going to deal with it. So I'm just going to quickly clear my inventory here. And now we come over here to the powder snow. Now you can collect the powder snow in a bucket, and then you can go back and place it down, just like that. This is quite nice. So if you try to hop onto it, you sink right through. And that happens. Now the same goes for any mobs that you have. If I just grab a creeper, right, and just place it on top, he falls right through. Just like that. And if I were to place him here, as you can see, they can just walk right through it. Just like that. Now, another feature I've noticed, so I've built up a little bit of a cage here. Now I grab my powder snow, place it in, grab a creeper, place it in. What I've been told is they take damage from freezing in the snow. So after a bit, they should start to die. And I think the same goes for us. So if you go in here and you switch your game mode, you know, there's also times when you forget that you've made creepers and you put yourself into survival and realize they're still wandering around. Okay, back to it. What we can do is we just fill this up here like that. Then we grab our powdered snow, place it, put a creeper in it, and they should start going. Now I'm going to make sure that I'm doing it safe this time, so I'm going to go well away from the creeper, grab the powdered snow, place it in, put myself in, and switch to survival. Now that you see I'm in survival, as you can see, on the edges of the screen, we're starting to get some frost action going on. And slowly, over time, you should be dying. Now, as you can look, if you look carefully, it was slowly zooming in. Ooh, that's cool. They got like ice hearts. That's a nice feature. I like that. So now if we just come out of it, as you can see, it's slowly just zooming back out. Then if you go back in, it zooms itself back in. So let's see, how long does it take to die in powdered snow? So I'm about 25 seconds in, and I'm only halfway through my hearts. So I would say it takes about 45 seconds to die in powdered snow. It's a pretty slow, cold, and sad death. Not great. So we'll just come out of here and go back into creative. And as you can see, our creeper has now died because of the powder snow. And obviously, as you know, we've also died from the powder snow. So continuing on, this is just the amethyst shard. That's what you would get if you harvest one of those. I can see it's still growing over there. And then over here, we got the spyglass, which I don't really know if it's that useful. I guess if people use Optifine, it's not really that helpful. I mean, yeah, it's good, but it could use some improvement, gonna be honest. It's nice. I like the glass texture, but they just need to make it bigger, because zooming in is already like you're losing screen, but then you lose like the edges on the side of the screen, and I don't know, I just feel like it should be bigger. It's definitely an improvement from the circle that they used to have, which was just like a tiny little circle like that. It was not great, but it's better, but it's not like on the design it's a square. It doesn't have to be a square, meaning it can be a rectangle. There's nothing saying you can't put a rectangle in it, but yeah, I don't know. If you're using Optifine, you can do this anyway, but you get full screen. So for me personally, it's not that helpful, but I know for other people it might be. So the last thing I wanted to do is to quickly go check out the Amethyst geodes. So I'm going to switch myself to Spectator. We're now in Spectator, and if we just pop on down here, we can see everything that's going on. So let's see if we can try to find an Amethyst geode somewhere down here. Let's wander around here. Okay, now we have night vision. So, I can see actually a few. I can see a few of them. So there's a mine shaft right here, and as it looks like, they range in size. So this is a pretty big one, and then if we pop back out, there's another one right over here that I'm able to see, and yeah, this one's smaller, so it's not as noticeable. But I've kind of been wandering around a bit, and they seem to be varying in size. Oh, there's another one over here. Two actually. They're not overly rare, but you definitely would have to search. So that's another bigger one. So I like the generation of them. They're pretty nice. So this is again a small one. And they actually seem to be pretty close to the surface, and also varying in like heights. So for example, like this one down here is way down. This is almost bedrock right here, whereas there's other ones a bit further up that are practically like right at sea level. Actually, you can even see that in the water. That's fully exposed. Oh, and as you might see here, there's copper ore. So copper ore I haven't actually done as much searching for yet. So it seems to be somewhat frequent, like as you can see here, kind of like iron ore. It's not really that rare, but also you do have to, here's some right here, so you do have to be on the lookout a bit, but it's not too difficult to find. I would say it's more of like a rarity of gold, but it spawns at all heights, so kind of hard to say, but it's not too bad. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Minecraft 1.17 snapshot. It's been fun doing it today. As you can see, our little bit of amethyst there is grown. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, and if you want more, subscribe. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.